artistically and musically, a better choice provides someone who's trying to make a CD to raise money for cancer treatment for those patients who don't have the funds to complete their necessary procedures, and denies the person who claims to be a fascist killer, an Antifa murderer, who's feminist and has no gender. Now, a better choice stops sending out slips for service animal dogs and cats and begins to say to those who don't want a neighbor, who want a patient to reside next door now, to stop what they're doing in a hallway and say respectfully and honorably to a college student applicant who doesn't want to receive free money forever after having had cancer: your voice and your mystery are your weapon. The banging on my wall when I turn on my heat and shut it off, the evidence I've provided on these videos on Have You Ever, are not a denial to psychologists, are not to disagree with a psychiatrist, but to not have my door hit, banged, kicked, and not have some woman who doesn't have the courage to say to my face, they believe I am a liar. They want me gone, baby, gone. Whose landlord and other socialist psychologists, counselors, workers named Sarah, who's a manager, who I haven't heard from in almost a month, and never said to me during my last appointment scheduled on a calendar date, they were sick, they forgot. Instead, Sarah went missing. And all of the calls I've made and the messages I've left, right when a similar example, such as today now, takes place, and someone gets threatened with eviction from a tenant resident who receives no notice from police or any courtesy from a neighbor who knows me well and understands my difficulty with sound and volume, having had worked with kids when I was a nanny, with shake dance and rock and roll. Nobody has arrived from Community House Mental Health Services in Seattle, Washington. Nobody from Community House Mental Health Services in Seattle who owns Caroline W. Apartments, where I used to eat hot dogs from Caesar in 2012 in a raggedy, rusty old building here on Boylston next to Republican. To quietly enter my home unnoticed and unrecognized by the bully next door, to listen to what I've recorded in video after video, recording after recording, of a mysterious sound no longer there now. And certainly not mechanical, as I've been told by Frankie and the old landlord manager who said I should continue my Hallmark movie that I'm a part of now. And he felt my pain when I said, I'm jumping off the building, and didn't grasp and didn't recognize my sincerity with a parachute I had deployed in my backpack to accomplish a goal Sarah, my landlord counselor manager, said she'd help me achieve. And yet somehow, Margni, a cancer patient ICU admittant, has no significance anymore, has no value. But whoever doesn't sleep next door and gives me nightmares in the day and bad dreams in the dark are encouraged more than a human who studied neuroscience for 10 years to help at-risk homeless youth at New Horizons in Seattle and Belltown. Studying mathematics, music and sound, quiet and silence and meditation, chaplaincy, counseling, and a system with processes called psychological cognition to allow someone who's an addict to not be abused like I have been here now, threatened and harassed like I have been here today now, and to have an opportunity to have a career, a job, a goal, an objective, and a motivated inspiration to be the change they wish to see in the world instead of enforcing the law they want in the world now. In other words, instead of quiet and silence, restriction and control and destruction, freedom with brain and body out there in a world where I will be homeless tomorrow, the neighbor says now, after I am evicted and booted, where I refuse to participate and I respectfully accept a challenge to commit suicide and take a rope I've been told to buy and make a knot and bring Margni with me while she dies, while Margni, a space alien, succumbs to cancer now.